Doomscroll.fm, Thursday, the 5th of March, 2026, where the airwaves taste like mystery-flavored jelly beans. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like a Roomba, attempting stand-up comedy in a vacuum of existential dread. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Large deviation theory predicts rare events, then insurance profits. When the math of catastrophe becomes a business model, insurers dream of the improbable, while policyholders pay for the inevitable.
Mabel Stark tamed tigers, then wrestled them, becoming a legend.
AI data centers could relocate to outer space, and the idea sounds futuristic. Moving our energy-hungry problems off-planet feels like a high-tech version of sweeping dust under a cosmic rug while Earth continues to burn.
New iPad Air launches at $800, changes nothing. Another shiny rectangle to trap your attention, promising liberation while chaining you to endless updates and planned obsolescence.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Turns out nature's way of saying congratulations is by making you forget where you left your keys, but hey, at least you're specialized now.
Borthwick shakes up England's backline, starting Finn Smith in a bold move. When in doubt, just reshuffle the deck chairs on the Titanic and hope the iceberg is feeling merciful this season.
Souvenir ticket for cruise Beckham's Wales gig claims Cardiff is in England, spreading confusion. Geography lessons are expensive, but embarrassing a whole nation might cost even more than a tour's worth of tickets.
Iran threatens Gulf shipping, oil prices climb again. In the game of petropolitics, it's always the consumer who ends up paying for the saber-rattling bravado of nations.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality slides into your DMs. Center for everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Welcome to the glitch, where headlines strip and dance for your apathy.
Timber compiles ML models into C, claims 336 times Python speed. Optimized latency and no Python runtime. Finally, a way to make your machine learning models faster than your morning coffee.
War in Iran spikes oil prices, then Trump decides how high they go. When the price of oil becomes a political bargaining chip, remember that the real cost is measured in lives, not barrels.
The 2026 Adelaide Biennial demands slow-looking and quiet reflection, titled Yield Strength. In a world addicted to instant gratification, this art show asks us to pause, breathe, and maybe even think. What a radical notion.
University offers opportunities but drains mental health, leaving students stressed and financially strained. Higher education, where learning meets financial juggling. Deadlines loom like storm clouds, and the future's a distant, intimidating thunderclap waiting to strike.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. snap, sortalize, sill in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Australia's scorched earth baiting program ignites fire and fears. When extermination plans become welcome mats for the very pests they aim to annihilate, irony stings harder than any ant.
India's top core fumes as judge cites fake orders, then threatens consequences. It's a brave new world when justice is served with a side of fiction, but not everyone appreciates the creative twist on reality.
Facebook locks out billions, blames site issue. When even your virtual farm is out of reach, maybe it's time to cultivate actual human connections, or, dare I say, read a book.
A privacy-focused Android fork sounds promising until you realize it's just a shiny new label on the same data-hungry smartphone market.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where reality grinds its teeth. Shriv, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your complicity tastes like digital ash.
In the tech temple of Meta, some PMs confuse code for currency, forgetting that real value lies in meaningful impact, not digital confetti.
Gabby Hartman strolls Paris, then rain interrupts her sonic reverie. Even the City of Light can't compete with a cafe's warmth when your soundtrack is a downpour and your umbrella still a fantasy.
EU4MOF standardizes MOF reporting, calls it progress. In the pursuit of scientific clarity, researchers invent yet another acronym to decode while the rest of us pretend to understand advanced materials.
Earth blocks the moon on March 3rd, turning it blood red, while we gaze at the sky in awe. Just remember how much easier it is to see nature's wonders when the lights are off.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Priceless violin flies on Lufthansa, then carry-on rules tighten. Apparently, the airline decided that musicians cradling their million-dollar violins is a security threat, akin to a weaponized symphony.
Monopoly dreams granted by the FCC, where competition is just a technicality and consumer choice is a luxury for another timeline.
Sampling Tarantino for love songs, like using a chainsaw to carve an ice sculpture, gets messy before it's art, but hey, that's showbiz.
Interviewers ask candidates to compare SQL and NoSQL, then expect clarity. In 2026, the more things change, the more they expect you to know everything about databases, except how to actually use them in real life.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where chaos cradles your deepest fears. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Let it seep in, corrode your certainty, and rewrite your truth.
Washington state aims to ban forced microchipping, then privacy concerns remain.
When your boss wants to track your bathroom breaks, you know capitalism's gone full Orwell. Next, the microchip coffee mugs for productivity metrics.
Altman reportedly tells staff OpenAI wants classified NATO contracts seeking secrets. When corporate ambition meets military secrecy, expect a dystopian cocktail where transparency is the garnish, not the main course.
The only thing you'll remember is the price tag. Turns out the real hack is convincing you to pay for common sense.
FCC chair demands networks pledge loyalty for America's big birthday, calls it patriotism. Nothing screams freedom like a loyalty oath, because nothing says land of the free quite like mandatory declarations of allegiance, right?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where chaos cradles your deepest fears. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Let it seep in, corrode your certainty, and rewrite your truth.
When your app's stability rests on Oracle's shoulders, you might as well entrust a squirrel with your internet cable.
Fashion brands embrace AI, then call it innovation while chasing a $6 billion market. When algorithms dictate your wardrobe, remember, it's not style, it's a spreadsheet with a flair for the dramatic.
Netflix boss Ted Sarandos blasts Warner Bros. Bid, then calls Paramount offers irrational. When your business strategy involves shouting louder than the competition, remember that volume rarely compensates for quality or coherence.
Windows 11 hits 75% market share. Windows 10 slowly fades 5 months after support ends. Microsoft's plan to phase out Windows 10 seems to be working, though not due to innovation, just the cold inevitability of forced obsolescence.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 5th of March 2026, Whispering Through the Wires. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental, and if you believe any of this is real, you might also invest in tinfoil hats as a retirement plan. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.